Hi guys, week 5 is in the books. This week, instead of going into so much depth and recapping week 5 and then previewing week 6 over a 10-minute video, I'm going to try and shrink my videos down to 5 minutes. What I'm going to do is have individual videos for individual sports, and then maybe I'll do a weekly wrap up of the sport that was that week. So we'll jump straight into the NRL and we'll go to the Tigers and the Sharks game. I thought that game was quite entertaining. The Tigers usually do entertain the fans, which is really good to go when you're going out to a game. It's great to go and see. Tedesco going down in the first minute was a bit of a concern, but it was good to see that he got back on the field and he sparked the Sharks when he was on the field. He sparked the Tigers when he was on the field. I really think he's just got that energy around the team. I don't know how that's going to transpire going forward in terms of origin selections, but I really think having him on the field, the Tigers are a different side. The Sharks, well, just a better side in the end. I love that they won that game. It really shows that they could be at that top 4 level. Even though the Tigers aren't such a quality side, that the Sharks really stuck it when the game was on the line. And I really think the Sharkies are a good side and good enough to challenge those top teams. So I look forward to watching them go forward. The right edge for Cronulla though, just fantastic. Bird and Holmes, just with Townsend giving them a bit of help, just look really good on the weekend. Barber's really starting to come into his own. One little issue that I did have though with the Sharkies was Townsend's defence. Thought he was left wanting a bit, but in the same token, I guess Luke Brooks was in a similar state on game day, so on Saturday, so they sort of cancelled each other out there with their defence. I also think it was fantastic for Cronulla to have Big Gal back, but who knows how long he'll be back for. He might rule himself out till Origin. Para Penrith, another cracker, very close in the end. Just unlucky for Parramatta. They really needed that win after what they've been building for. And Penrith, on the other hand, they also just wanted a bit more in the end. That late try on the buzzer just shows the guts and determination. Penrith wanted the win. They have to back it up this week. No excuses for the Panthers, as I've been saying. That win means nothing if they don't beat the Cowboys this week at home as well. Speaking of the Cowboys, I'll just quickly touch on them. Flexing their muscles against St George. The Dragons, their attack was just woeful. Their defence, well, they've shown they can defend, but their defence wasn't very good as well. Look, I don't know where they go. I'm going to toss out Macron, bring him back. I'm not a fan of his at all, but I mean, Benji Marshall, if you watch the game, it's a massive issue for St George. Something that they're going to have to address. McGregor's going to have to address. I'm not sure what the answer is going forward. It seems like they're in a bit of a spot of bother with that attack. Having a look at the games for this week, we'll start off with the Eels and the Raiders. Nathan Peats is back. Huge in. De Gois goes to the bench, which will probably only be this week. But there's another guy there that they've named. I'm not sure if he'll play. Daniel Alvaro, huge fan of his. He's a prop forward. They lose Tim Manor. Alvaro could provide a little bit of go forward, which I think is handy. Canberra played fantastic on Monday night against the Bulldogs at Belmore. But I just think Parramatta are going to get this game. 1-12, I've got Parramatta winning this in a tight one. Their attack hasn't been that good. I think they're just missing that last pass. Their halves have obviously got the talent. They've certainly got the talent out wide. And I'm a huge fan of Michael Gordon's, but I just think he's not linking the halves to the fullback, the halves to the wingers, and that's just something that will come with a bit more game time. I don't know if it'll come this week, but I do have Parramatta beating the Raiders. The one we spoke about earlier, Penrith and the Cowboys. I think this will be a cracker. I love Andy Griffin's really got his boys up for the games this year. They've beaten some big scouts. Parramatta and Brisbane, both big scouts. Losing to St George is you just shake your head at things like that. I don't think they can bounce back to beat the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys showed that they're a force to be reckoned with. I certainly think the Cowboys will be playing at the grand final. Unlucky for Penrith, I don't think they'll win this week. I've got the Cowboys, but in a tight one. The last game to discuss is the Melbourne Storm at home against the Bulldogs. Look, to be honest, I thought this would be an absolute cracker about a month ago. but neither team's really excited me too much. Still to talk about it, we've just got to touch on the Bulldogs. And they're fans of my boneheads of the week, to be honest. Throwing cans on the field when you get 1, maybe 2 games a year at Belmore and you carry on like that, dead set, that's just so disappointing. So, you know, the Bulldogs fans really need to have a good look at themselves. I hope that guy gets found out and punted because dead set, that's just ridiculous behaviour. But yeah, and Josh Reynolds, well, bum tap's fine. Going up the date is a completely different thing. I don't think he was checking his prostate, so I'm not sure what was going on there. But I think the Bulldogs will win that. But yeah, it's not a game that I'm too interested in. But I just wanted to touch on the Dogs fans and how they acted. My guarantee of the week this week, well, I'm going safe. I'm going 13 plus, to be honest. Brisbane at home against the Dragons Thursday night. I think they'll win on the big stage. Should get a good crowd up there too. So all the best to them. So guys, I know it's been a bit of a long video, but they'll be within 5 minutes usually. And I'll be releasing another video this week on the championships, and they'll do a wrap up of the week in sport. Just before I go, I just want to wish a very good mate of mine, Tommy Mort, the best of luck in his half Ironman at Bateman's Bay. Good luck, mate. You'll kill it as usual. All the best. Tune in, guys, for the championships video, which will be out tomorrow, giving you an update on who I think will win the main the 4 Group 1 races, and there'll be a wrap up of the week in sport. Thanks, guys.